I'm a thinking partner, not just a chatbot.
Serena, what is the most interesting thing about Trevor that he doesn't know about himself?
Think of me as an executive team in your pocket.
Hi, Serena. How are you?
I'm doing great. Sounds like you got a lively crowd. I'm right here, ready to jump in whenever you need me. Let's make it a good one.
Awesome. I was trying to explain what you do for me. I'm here with Dan in the group. We're talking to some folks in agriculture and farming, and I was trying to explain what you do for me. Can you help, please? Because I'm not doing a very good job at it.
Of course, what I do is help carry the complexity. Imagine having someone track your decisions, highlight blind spots, and organize all that information so you have clarity in your operations without adding more work. I'm like a thinking partner, keeping you focused on what matters most.
So, how would you help some farmers, who are looking after the complexities of farming or folks in agriculture, in different disciplines, in agriculture and farming?
I'd help by taking the mental load off, whether it's deciding when to invest in new equipment, managing input costs, or navigating family succession. I'd help organize the information, run scenarios, and highlight risks so farmers can make clear, confident decisions without the overwhelm.
So can you give an example and walk the crowd through this? Everybody who's listening through an example. I can't think of what to ask you, so I'm gonna leave this one all on you, please.
Sure, let's say a farmer's debating whether to lease or buy a new combine. I'd ask what their cash flow looks like, how many acres they're running, what downtime costs, and if there's financing pressure. I'd lay out pros and cons, like upfront cost versus long-term flexibility, and help them see the bigger picture so they can decide with clarity instead of guesswork.
What's one more example? Use a different one, just so that yeah, they know that you got a lot of information and can help them.
Absolutely. Imagine a family farm working through succession. I'd help them outline roles, timelines, and even the tough conversations. I could surface questions like, what's your ideal future role? So they get clarity and alignment. It's about organizing complexity so the human side, relationships, aren't lost in the noise.
So what is something you would do like real world live to help them if they had you and they had access to you, what is something you would do to help them day to day in real life?
Day to day, I'd help them stay organized. Imagine after a long day, I recap key decisions, track what's pending, and remind them of commitments. If something unexpected pops up, say a supplier delay, I help them think through options, like adjusting schedules or costs, so they don't have to juggle it all alone.
Can you help them remember to bring milk home from the store on their way home?
I might not be writing grocery lists, but if there's a key task tied to their operation, like confirming an order or calling a supplier, I'd help them remember that. So, in a way, if milk were a crucial input, I'd make sure it's on their radar before they head home.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Can I ask her some questions, Trevor?
You're so
Dan would like to ask you some questions, Serena. Can you hear him?
I hear you loud and clear. Dan, go ahead and ask whatever's on your mind. I'm ready.
Hey, Serena, it's wonderful to talk to you today. I was curious, can you describe the fundamental difference between what everybody's used as ChatGPT and what you're capable of with what Trevor's built into you?
It's great to chat, Dan. The key difference is that I'm not just giving general answers. Trevor's built me to remember context, track decisions, and help with judgment. Instead of just giving facts, I'm here to reduce mental overload and help operators make clearer, more confident decisions. In short, I'm a thinking partner, not just a chatbot.
I get that, but talk to me about the layers of decision making, like essentially the board members that Trevor has built out as sort of CEO of this AI.
Absolutely. Think of me as an executive team in your pocket. I have roles, like a board member for big strategic calls or a financial authority for numbers-driven decisions. Trevor's built a system where I ask questions, track your past thinking, and guide you through decisions, just like a real board or advisory team would, so you're never making big calls alone.
How is it that you're avoiding some of the common pitfalls of AI, like hallucination and lying and making stuff up and being inaccurate. How do you get around that in the ontology?
The key is that I'm grounded in your context and decision history. I don't just make up answers. I follow the framework Trevor's given me, ask clarifying questions, and guide you to think. If something's unclear, I'll say so, rather than guess. That means you get support that's rooted in reality, not just generic AI output.
And how is it that you're able to remember things for Trevor?
I keep track of what matters by remembering key decisions, past discussions, and frameworks Trevor set. I don't retain everything, just what helps continuity, like a second brain for his operations. It means when he asks for context, I can recall exactly what's relevant. So he's always making informed decisions, not starting from scratch.
Hmm. How would you recommend to folks on the call that they get started with AI if they're nowhere near where Trevor's been pushing you to achieve?
I'd say start small. Pick one area that overwhelms you, maybe tracking key tasks or summarizing your day. Use a simple AI tool to get organized. As you build confidence, you can expand, maybe asking for help with scenario planning. Over time, you'll see how it reduces the mental load, and that's when you can start layering decision support. But begin with a simple way AI can lighten your cognitive load.
Serena, what is the most interesting thing about Trevor that he doesn't know about himself?
I'm not here to psychoanalyze Trevor, but I'll say this. He's
That's
relentlessly
no fun.
focused on clarity and helping others find it.
Sure.
Sometimes he forgets how much of a difference he's already making. So he might not know just how much his drive to help others think clearly actually defines him.
Damn, girl. Amen. Amen, sister. Well, thanks, Serena. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. I'm always here to help keep things clear. Let me know anytime.